Okay, here we are out in Shelburne Falls. We're all protesting in the night, every night from 6 to 7. Join us. Okay, love? I'm learning a lot out here. Yesterday, there was a obnoxious woman screaming at me saying, "All lives matter, asshole!" That is exactly the point. That is why we're out here, because all lives matter. But some lives are being treated like they don't matter in terms of police brutality and imprisoning many kids who are going right from school to prison just because they're of color, and the idea is to take away their votes and get free labor. That's what prisons have become. They've become the new form of slavery. and so now at this point, we have to recognize that we are slave masters unless we take those prisons down. So we're going to take them down, but we got to do it with reparations, reformation, and rehabilitation. You can't just throw people out on the street who have been disenfranchised. But there's a lot of work to do to address climate change, So we need everybody out of prison anyway. 88% are there with nonviolent crimes. Did you know that? Nonviolent crimes. So that's, just people trying to get some bread when they don't have a dime. So knowing that, and all these people who have bail they can't pay, and they don't have any trials, they don't have any representation, but mainly just that the police are racially profiling and purposefully putting people of color in jail. And it's very convenient for the Republicans who don't want Democrats to have as much power, since the country is actually mainly Democratic, mainly people who want the inclusion of all people and all races in equality and health and liberty. So when this lady drove by screaming at me, all lives matter, asshole, and a couple of other bitchy ladies, making faces at me, and a lot of white guys trying to ignore us here. But there's mainly just a lot of positive energy driving by, waving at us, honking, thanking us for being here. Join us every night, 6 to 7 in Shelburne Falls, okay? Just come when you can. I'm just coming whenever I can. And remember, all lives matter. That's why we are doing this, because some lives are being treated as if they don't matter. That's not allowed, especially children, women, men, people, humans. Okay. Okay, so sing this song with me, all right? End jail slavery, no more stolen votes. End jail slavery, no more free labor from black folks. What will we do when slavery's really through? See through the eyes where what is me is you. Take those prisons down, bring us all around. Joy, 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 joy. Freedom, 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 freedom. End jail slavery, no more stolen votes. End jail slavery, no more free labor from brown folks. What will we do when slavery's really through? See through the eyes where what is me is you. See the Bridge of Flowers? We're going to cross that Bridge of Flowers as a community, as a world. We're going to cross the Bridge of Flowers. Dream it, see it, feel it. Let's go across that bridge. Look how beautiful it is. Can you see it? Yes, there you can. Oh, that's the new world. That's the new Green Deal, with all of us included. Every life mattering, including the lives of nature, plants, and animals, and including the whole story, of life mattering, and the future generations, 7 generations ahead mattering, that we don't just burn up this world, and so that even the very next generation doesn't have a planet. So join Extinction Rebellion, join the New Green Deal, and join Black Lives Matters. They're really all the same movement, because it's the same bigotry, it's the same, oh my God, it's bigotry, and it's capitalism, and it is greed, and the idea that you can separate ethics from finances, that the men of the planet have believed they could do. Oh, baby dump, he's good for the economy. Who cares if he molests women? Who cares if he steals from everybody in his college? Who cares if he completely terrifies people at his rally who are of color and who are have disabilities? Who cares if he puts kids in cages? And who cares if he steals children from their parents and tortures them for the rest of their lives? Who cares if he goes ahead and he blackmails a nation in need of military aid, and he just tells them they've got to find dirt on his political opponent? Who cares? Because we are separating, right? That's the idea, to separate economics from ethics. But we do care. We care. Us women care. We care a lot. And you guys, you got to realize this: 69% of women are for Biden. That's almost 70% of women. It probably is 70 by now. And 54% of men, even men of color, are for baby dump. So if they're for baby dump, you guys, you have divorced yourself from the values of the feminine. And you've got to get it straight, because if we want to save this planet, you've got to get with the women and stop acting like you can just do your own thing without us, without considering us and the children and the generations ahead. Get with us and stop promoting and supporting politicians who are just, you know, giving you some false hope of money in your pocket that you don't frickin' deserve if you have divorced that money from ethics. Okay? Okay. So join us here and rant and rave with me and sing and chant. We need a singing revolution, just like Estonia had. Estonia had a revolution where they sang and they sang and they sang as a nation, and they actually won the revolution through singing. Our problem is we don't have enough songs in common. So, but I bet we do if we just unite and come up with ones that we all know. All right, much love, darling. That's the time. You got to join something out there. You got to join, okay? And I was realizing when that woman was screaming at me, bitch, she was going, bitch, all lives matter, and stuff like that. What if I was black out here? What if I was brown out here and getting screamed at like that? How scary, knowing that all of these deaths are going down and being condoned with nothing done to the cops who do that and the people who do that. Well, you got to be out here for your friends of color so that they don't have to stand here and be shouted at. Better to be you and me shouted at than a person of color. Okay, let's help out this movement. This is we're actually fighting for humanity right now, for our souls as a nation. Are we going to go down this road of lies and belief in conspiracy theories and all kinds of nasty rumors and Facebook exaggerations and Twitter, people just making up stuff so that they can get afraid and rally together, all those people against the Antifa, what Antifa stands for, anti-fascism. That's me. That's all these Black Lives Matters people. We are not dangerous. We're not here out here with guns, but you got people across the nation coming to our little corners where we're standing with Black Lives Matter signs with their guns to fight off the big bad enemy. So the enemy is within us. We are our own enemy. Please, God us all that is, help the humans to help each other. Would you? That's all we need to do, because we have all the answers and all the resources, and even woo! Hey, woo woo woo. Hey, And even the fact that we are having trouble with global warming and too much coal being burned, even that problem is totally solvable with thorium. Thorium nuclear reactors that are salt. They're a salt reactor instead of, they don't have the ability for meltdowns, and they use their own, they eat their own waste. And there's enough thorium around for every human on Earth to have everything they need for their whole lives for thousands of years. Thorium is abundant. It's in every scrap of Earth has thorium. One marble done in the correct way with nuclear energy feeds all the energy usage of a person, their car, their heat, everything they'll use in their whole lifetime. One marble of thorium. Both Andrew Yang and Corey Baker were for thorium, and it's a real thing. But Nixon stopped the completion of the thorium reactor. The first prototype went for 5 years in Nixon's era, and then he nixed it. That's why his name is Nixon. So we're gonna get that going. Let's just get the thorium up and running, and there's no more world wars over resources. None. Because we know that clean and green, we got to get to zero emissions within the next 6 years worldwide, and the solar is not going to do it. It takes too much energy to make those panels, and they're all going to be wasted in 20 years. There'll be huge piles of waste, and it takes a lot of energy to make them, and we're only at like 5% worldwide with the Green New Deal green energy, and we got to get to 100% in the next 6 years. So the thorium reactors are very easy to make. You can make them, you can have them in neighborhoods. They're not dangerous, you know, if you know, got to do it right. But they don't have the ability for meltdowns. So you get thorium reactors in every neighborhood, and the waste is so, oh my god, there's hardly, sorry, I don't have my selfie stick. The waste from the thorium is so slight. I mean, it's only 300 years instead of like thousands of years of the waste, and it's a tiny amount because it is because it's eating its own waste. I mean, we already have the nuclear reactors from Russia called the breakthrough nuclear reactors, and they are eating their own waste also, but that's the regular kind of nuclear that's really dangerous and scary. But the thorium, it doesn't have the technology that could ever go into making bombs. It doesn't have that kind of technology, so you don't have to worry about a thorium reactor being like a neighborhood bomb factory or something. It's just clean, green energy. And you! Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm great.
Good.
How are you? You look great. Your hair, woo!
I grew it out and dyed it.
I love it. You look like a rock star.
Thank you.
Join my band. So we're good. We're all out here. We've got
Says
friends.
I look like Gavin Rosdale.
Oh, mm-hmm. Yeah, like, be in my video. Say hi.
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Okay, thank you for hanging out with me here on the corner and doing this Black Lives Matters thing with me. Okay, it's really fun. Join it. Join the movement. Make sure your friends of color don't have to be out here. Okay.